Prior to installation, you're going to have some level of preparation to get the ground ready to receive the new sod or the new seed. And the process is pretty much the same for sod versus seed. The first thing you need to do is take yourself a good yard rake like this and use it to remove any loose rocks and debris that are on the ground. You also want to take and dig out any old grass that's in the yard, in the space where you're putting down the new grass. So you want to get any old grass out of there. Take this rake and you want to level everything out, making sure that everything's smooth and graded the way you want. Meaning if you have a certain slope or design that you want to accomplish in your yard, you want a certain dimension or angle, you want to do that prior to putting the sod down. So get your grade and your level the way you want it. If you want everything flat and level, then do it that way. The next step is going to be taking a yard tiller and going ahead and tilling up the top about 1 inch of the dirt. Right? You want to soften that up, you want to loosen it up. The reason being is you want to take topsoil or some sort of compost and you want to incorporate it in to that 1 inch layer on top. That gives you a really nice bed for any new seed or sod that you're going to be laying down. Once you've done all those steps, you're ready to put grass in. Rolling out sod can be very easy if you follow a few simple steps. It's important that the ground is prepped properly, and we've talked about that. The next important thing is that you get the sod down and flat on the surface. And a couple of things that you want to be very careful of is staggering the seams. That means when you roll out a fresh piece of sod, you want to make sure that you stagger where the seams are and the joints are, sort of like laying it down as a brick pattern. The reason being is that it will lock all the sod together and prevent it from moving and shifting in the yard. And you also want to make sure that the edges are unfurled. Typically sod comes rolled, and when you unroll it, the edges will be slightly curled up. You want to make sure that you bend those edges down nice and flat so they really adhere to the ground and you get a good surface for the sod to root in. It's also important to remember that the sod is not cheap, so you want to reuse and not waste any material. And that can be easily done by when you get to an end of a row and you need to cut a section off, save that section because you can reuse it later. And basically what you're doing is in essence piecing a puzzle together. The installation goes pretty quickly, and then as soon as you get the sod down, you want to give it a very healthy dose of water to make sure that it acclimates to the new surface.
Quote of the week.